You are listening to Mystery Media Group.
Yay! I'm here to tell you a true story that'll make your blood boil. Listener discretion is advised. Please keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Hi, I'm Cozy, and you're listening to Not So Cozy Crimes. "64-year-old Sherry Black and her husband owned a religious bookstore called B&W's Billiards and Books in Salt Lake City, Utah. On November 10th, 2010, Sherry's daughter Heidi Miller had been trying to reach her mom all morning by phone, but she got no answer. Earl Black, Sherry's husband, discovered his beautiful wife dead, brutally murdered in the back of the bookstore. Luckily, plenty of evidence was still at the crime scene when authorities arrived, including a fingerprint, blood from the perpetrator, as well as a palm print from the perpetrator. Unfortunately, the DNA found did not match anyone in the FBI's combined DNA index system. There was also a man's belt that had been found in the bookstore that did not belong to the Miller or Black family. The belt measured at 36 to 38 inches. The autopsy determined that Sherry had been brutally stabbed to death after putting up quite a fight against her attacker. Veteran of the South Salt Lake Police Department Detective Joe explained, "I've been doing this for quite a while, and this is probably one of the most brutal scenes I had ever seen. She was beaten and stabbed, and it was violent, a brutal scene." Although authorities spent hours upon hours investigating this terrifying crime, they had yet to find a suspect or person of interest. 7 years later, in 2017, the South Salt Lake Police Chief explained that advanced DNA information had helped them determine what Sherry's murderer had looked like at the time of the murder. The new technology is called phenotyping. Phenotyping is a process used to predict an organism's phenotype using genetic information collected from the DNA sequencing, meaning that the phenotyping can predict a person's physical appearance or biogeographic ancestry. The DNA found at Sherry's crime scene determined that the killer was an African American with light brown to brown skin and black hair. Parabon Nanolabs created images for what Sherry's killer would have looked like at ages 25, 38, and 52 years old. In 2020, prosecutors finally had collected enough evidence to file charges against the person they suspected had killed Sherry Black in 2010. Adam DeBurrow was booked into the Salt Lake Community Jail for investigation of aggravated murder and aggravated assault. Adam DeBurrow would have been 19 at the time of the murder. Court documents say that DeBurrow stabbed and beat Sherry to death. The autopsy also found at least 20 stab wounds and signs that Sherry had been sexually assaulted after her death. Partnering with leading experts and businesses, the Sherry Black Foundation was born. The Sherry Black Foundation's mission is to support law enforcement and bring closure to families of victims by solving crimes and fostering collaboration among criminal justice agencies. We believe that the officers and investigators who examine these violent crimes sacrifice a piece of themselves in every one of these cases. Our commitment is to ensure that they match their sacrifice with intellect and awareness to support a successful outcome and closure. While we focus on specific cases, our experts provide a knowledge base and training that advance investigative skills for those involved to accomplish similar results in future cases. You can find more information and contact info for the Sherry Black Foundation at sherryblackfoundation.org.
This is a production of Mystery Media Group.
Yay!